I wouldn't be where I am at today without my mentors. I'm going to tell you in this video why you have to find a mentor, why you need to find a mentor, and what the benefits are of finding a mentor. And also I'm going to tell you how you can get access to a mentor. So listen up.
I think we all have to point. Everyone just tries to steal everything.
I've paid for all my mentors, pretty much. There were a few like temporary mentors I've got for free because I offered certain services to them, but those were not as long-lived for some reason. I basically paid for all my mentors. I've paid thousands of dollars on coaching, at least. I'd say at least $3,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 at least just on coaching, whether it be in terms of relationships, whether it be in terms of right now getting a bit of coaching on sales, marketing, and all that jazz, and growing my business. That's what I'm getting coaching into right now. The more money I make, the more money I want to reinvest into coaching and just learning in general. And this is why you need a mentor. And a mentor is different from just a book, right? Or just like learning content on the internet, because you can be watching those videos, right? You can be, when you watch those videos, when you read a book, it's really like a unidirectional sort of conversation. It's just a conversation going one way. So like the video is talking to you and you interpret it, right? But when you have a mentor, a person one-on-one, what that does is that you talk to them and they give you feedback. And that feedback mechanism, really that constant feedback mechanism, is what creates exponential growth, like beyond anything that you could ever see. Robert Greene said it in one of his interviews. The interviewer was asking Robert Greene, like, hey, so if I wanted to become a master and shortcut the 10,000 hour rule, how could I become a master faster? And Robert Greene said, well, just the idea of a shortcut is flawed, because there's no such thing as a shortcut to mastery. There's no such thing as a shortcut to reaching whatever vision that you have for yourself, huge vision that you have for yourself, without the hard work. But he says that there's only one type of shortcut, if you could call it that, and it's to have a great mentor. If you have a great mentor, then you can get there much faster. So here are the 5 benefits of having a mentor. Number 1, they see your blind spots. Because we all have blind spots. We all have certain flaws and weaknesses that we cannot see in ourselves, that we need a third-person perspective for other people to see it, right? So, for example, you might not know right now that, when you talk to people that, you always do this stupid gesture and you scratch your nose, or you do this weird thing that throws people off, and you have no idea until someone tells you, right? And because people are so polite, they're not going to tell you. And it's the craziest of thing, okay? Like, for example, I've ate at like a sushi restaurant, whatever, and I had this huge piece of, I don't know what it was, stuck in my teeth, okay? And for the whole fucking day, and I was hanging out with one of my friends back in the day in college. He was afraid to tell me that I had this thing stuck on my teeth the whole day, and it's madness. Some people won't even tell you that feedback because they don't want to offend you, they don't want to be disrespectful. But a good mentor will point this out to you, and will tell you, hey, listen, when you want to approach this girl, or you want to socialize, make more friends, just be careful when you're doing that, because I've noticed you do that when we go out, whatever. So correct that, right? So just something that you cannot see by yourself, your blind spots. Number 2, they provide you with accurate feedback. They tell you the truth as it is. The good coach will give you accurate feedback. They're not going to sugarcoat their words. They're not going to sugarcoat anything. If you're trying to use your own feedback to yourself, it's very hard to see yourself unless you're like, I don't know, unless you have a camera looking at you or whatever, or like you can stand. It's very hard to step outside of yourself, outside of your head, and have that outside perspective. What's good with that accurate feedback is that your mentors, your coaches, if they're good, they're coming from a place of experience and they've done the thing that you're trying to do, right? They've achieved the thing that you're trying to achieve. So then they can give you specialized expertise, knowledge on that thing that you're trying to fix. It's hard, yes, you can Google it, but it's not the same. Because when you Google it, it's just a random general answer, like how to fix negative emotions. You just Google it, you just find random answers on Google, like go find a pet and like go outside, take some fresh air, and then then you do that for like a day and you wonder why you still feel like you have no purpose to your life and it's meaningless. Like getting a pet didn't fix that. Even though Google said this, to do so, but the feedback, the knowledge is tailored to you in your situation. Number 3 benefit of getting a mentor is that they can speed up their learning curve dramatically. Why is that? Because your mentor, whatever like you're trying to achieve, he's already achieved it, right? Because he's gone through all these mistakes in his life and in his past, then he can tell you these, so you don't need to do them. So then instead of like going through all the errors and the mistakes that your mentor had to go through, you can streamline the process so you have less mistakes, less stupid challenges that you don't even need to have in your life. You only have the necessary challenges. Number 4 benefit of having a mentor is that they keep you accountable, right? So, the greatest benefit I got from paying thousands of dollars for coaching is not really that they gave me the best advice necessarily, but they did give me amazing advice and they did give me amazing feedback. But the fact that I spent that amount of money was really just, it kept my feet to the fire. I had to take action no matter what. I had to improve myself. And it's sort of this accountability, but not just the money, just reporting to that one person once a week, once a month, or just talking to that person every week just really cements what it'll do. For example, he will give you a mission or something to do, and then because you said, yes, I'm gonna do it, it keeps you accountable that you're gonna do it. It's just as simple as that. This is one of the things that's kind of holds people back, is that they're unable to keep themselves accountable. They have a really hard time keeping themselves accountable. They say they're gonna do something, but they don't do it. But then with a mentor, it facilitates that so that you can keep yourself accountable way more. With that accountability, you're just gonna be used to taking action, and that will carry through into your life, and you're just gonna be accountable to yourself, right, eventually. And number 5, they help you create a clear plan of action. Clear plan of action, because if you don't have clarity as to where you're gonna go, if you don't know really what the next steps are, they have the next steps because they've done it themselves, right? And because they've done it themselves, they know exactly the steps that you have to go through in order to achieve what you're trying to achieve, whatever goal you want to get from your whatever goal you want to achieve, or whatever results you want from the mentorship. You will get that if you have a clear roadmap, a clear plan of action. He'll be able to give you sort of like the skeleton of how to make your own plan. And after that, you won't even need your mentor to make a plan. You can just make your own plan yourself, because you'll know how to make a plan. Kind of giving you the template, okay, this is how you make a plan for your life, this is how you create a vision for your life. And now after that, you know how to do it. So you don't need a mentor. And it's crazy because some of my clients, after I structure the coaching to be on an 8 weeks basis, right? 8 weeks of coaching. And after 4 to 6 weeks, some of my clients, like, they don't really need me anymore. And it's kind of weird. On the 7th or 8th call, it's like, all right, so how you been the last week or so? Like, I've been amazing. And I'm like, awesome. So anything you've been struggling with the last week, whether it be emotionally or in your career, he's like, no, I'm feeling great, and things are going my way. And I'm taking a lot of action as well. I no longer procrastinate. I'm like, goddamn. the student has surpassed the master. But basically what I'm trying to say is that, you just need that one push. You just need that one sort of accountability, that sort of help for that action plan. And then this is it. This is pretty much it. And then you can create your own plan, and you can create your own vision for your life. And you can coach yourself afterwards. Now you know the benefits of having a mentor. How the heck do you get a mentor? How do you get a coach? Well, me, personally, I've always paid for coaching. I've always paid for mentors. It's just very hard to get a mentor to sort of like work your way in for free. I just wasn't really good at that. I just thought, you know what? If I pay $2,000 to this guy, is he going to, give me that investment back in return within the next 6 months? Yes. For example, if I paid like my sales coach for like $2,000, and within the next week or two, I just made that whole money back. It took like 2 to 3 weeks, not even. And now I'm making more than what I've invested in that coaching. So it just makes no sense, right? It just makes total sense to hire a coach in that context. So, right? That's just my simple logic. So what do you think of it? Like, do you have a mentor in your life? Let me know in the comments below. Or how are you planning on getting a mentor if you want one? I'm just curious to know. Personal development is a habit that you have to build every single day of your life. So for that reason, I don't want you to just stop right there and stop watching right here. There's gonna be 2 videos gonna pop up here on the screen. So I recommend you watch one of them, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.